This podcast may contain spoilers. Spoiler alert! This podcast may contain spoilers, so we may discuss movies and TV shows during the course of the podcast. So if you don't want to get it spoiled, go and watch it. Watch it. Henry, anything to add?
Yes, actually.
Welcome to the second episode of the Macbeef-Banquet podcast. My name is Miles.
And I'm Henry.
And I promised myself I wasn't going to do that this week.
Yeah.
Repeating it again.
Yeah.
So, just a quick start off before we get into the business. A news update. We are now on a few different listening platforms for podcasts. I got them pulled up right here. We are on Anchor, because that's what I'm going through. We also got approved for Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Casts, and Radio Public, as well as, I'm also uploading the episodes to YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
So more to come. There are still more platforms that will get approved for, but those are just the few that were approved for as of now.
Yep.
What was that?
That was the... Wow. I don't even know what it is. Heater, I think, in my room.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. So do you want to get started?
Yeah. So, this week, we watched a film called Ex Machina, released in 2014. It was directed by Alex Garland, and it stars Oscar Isaac and Donald Gleason, who you will probably know from the more recent Star Wars films. And it also stars Alicia Vikander, who is the AI in the film. So, yeah, it was a pretty great film. I don't know, Miles, what did you think?
Well, I guess just before I say what I thought, watching the movie, because this was the second time I watched it. The second time watching the movie, I thought that the guy Oscar Isaac, I thought he was actually played by a different person. I thought he was played by David Krumholtz.
Oh, really?
From Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching him like that. I think that's the guy from Santa Claus. I'm gonna mention that on the podcast, and then right before you were like, right before you were saying Oscar Isaac was in it, I'm like, wait, oh fuck.
Close enough, right?
Yeah. But no, I actually liked it a lot better the second time watching it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For those who don't know, the premise of the film is just that basically Donald, in case you haven't seen it and still want to listen to the podcast, I guess, Donald Gleason plays a coder who works at this company for Oscar Isaac, and Oscar Isaac is he plays like the part of, I guess, the creator or the scientist that develops an AI that thinks like a human, essentially, and so he brings Donald Gleason's character, Caleb, I believe his name is, out to his like little research facility, that his own private like home that he's developing this AI known as Ava, and so basically, and then it kind of just develops from there, and it's an interesting plot. Miles, what did you? Because I guess initially, and maybe this is on purpose, I don't know, but I think I initially wasn't too overwhelmed by Oscar Isaac's acting as the sort of the scientist Nathan, the guy who created the AI. Mm-hmm. It just kind of seemed a little weird and despondent to me, but maybe that was also on purpose. I don't know, because maybe the idea was that we don't want to sort of be able to identify with this character, because Caleb's technically, I think, the protagonist throughout it, I would say, at least, and then because he goes on the biggest journey, I would say, and so maybe we're supposed to identify with him and see Nathan as kind of a weird guy, because obviously he was the more you got into the story, but I don't know, what did you think?
No,
about his acting.
I definitely agree. I mean, I thought his acting was pretty good. Um, the character, it was definitely sorry. The character was definitely like a trick kind of to get you to dislike him, like the whole, like right before the ending where he's Caleb is offering him a drink.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to seem like, oh, we think he's caught on, but it turns out that like Caleb was the one who was like messing around, and
Yeah.
probably, I don't know. I guess they were both kind of in the wrong because it was really creepy what Caleb was doing
Yeah.
with all the bodies, and it was just weird.
Wait, Caleb or Nathan?
Uh, sorry, not Caleb. Nathan. What Nathan
With
was doing with the
with
bodies.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say because I don't remember. At least I don't think he was. If not, we were watching a different movie. No, yeah. I think Alicia with Ava.
The AI,
I think
yeah.
yeah, the AI. I think she did a good job. I liked the chemistry between her and Caleb was interesting because I think they were sort of tentative at first to really figure each other out, and then it kind of went on. You kind of developed a little bit more, so it was cool to see that. I think Caleb Darnell Gleason did a good job in that as well. I think he played the part pretty well. It was interesting seeing him outside of like basically this like Nazi fascist in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Basically, because he was like the commanding officer or whatever, and then to see him
I'm trying to
going
think.
after this was interesting.
He was also in I think Harry Potter, I believe.
Yes, he was the older brother, I think.
Yeah.
One of the older Weasleys.
And he's also in this other movie, About Time, which is also kind of like he's playing a very similar character, kind of nervous kind of character in that movie as well. So I definitely think for me anyway that that's like a comfortable role seeing him.
Yeah.
In. Yeah, I said that correctly.
You did.
Um, let's see. I wrote some notes of myself for myself down.
Okay.
Something I wanted to mention about the movie was literally like, so I watched it like this past Sunday.
Yeah.
But like right before I watched it, I was watching a YouTube video. I watch a Corridor Crew pretty frequently. They do a
Yeah.
VFX artists react video every once in a while where they discuss VFX scenes. And the one they actually reacted to was Ex Machina. They actually talked about
Really?
that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just really interesting to see how they did it, and how can you guess what what the like the hardest scene of that whole movie was?
Oh, I don't know. Would it maybe be like the one where Ava's like putting on like the new skin and stuff?
No, actually it was a scene where she's holding up a paper
Oh, yeah.
because it's like they have to, because humans, they
Yep.
they can't hold anything straight.
Yeah.
So they had to kind of create that, essentially.
Huh.
To create, like, it was because, she was actually there.
Right.
So they had to kind of, like, match it. And that part
Match it
was
with
the
her
hardest
movements.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just found that really interesting.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Do you remember like how they like created her character? Because I know they like had to animate it a little bit with her along with her movements. Because I think I watched a little bit of a video, and they mentioned having like a little wire mesh, that they use in that. I guess in certain lights you could kind of see through it too, which was interesting.
Yeah, it was actually the people talking were saying like, oh, it was actually a really good idea that they did that. And
Yeah.
she pretty much just wore the whole suit, and then
Yeah.
they just animated in the the mechanical parts.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Trying to think. The ending was,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it, obviously go watch it. You should have watched it before, but whatever. We can't tell you what
Come
to do.
on, guys.
So in the ending, he pretty much helps her escape by like changing the code of the house to, instead of all the doors locking in lockdown procedure, all the doors unlock in lockdown procedure. So the AI escapes.
Yep.
And she kills Nathan, yeah. Which, okay, like when I was watching it, the knife going into him, I think the second time did not look as good as I remember it looking.
Yeah.
Like it went in way too smoothly.
Right.
But I don't know how knives work, so I could definitely be way off base here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Clearly, you've never stabbed someone.
yeah,
Allow me to
you
offer
hope
my
not.
expertise. No.
Yeah, you hope not. And then she pretty much locks Caleb in the room and just leaves.
Just walks out, which I was like, okay. Because,
Yeah,
like, well, obviously, you're meant to be like, what the hell? Because, like, not only did he free her, but, like, she, doesn't return the favor. She, like, not only does she not, like, go off, like, with him, but, like, she, like, locks him, like, in this room to, like, basically die.
yeah, she used him, and I know, just like that, the last moments of just watching him try and break the window. I'm
Yep.
guessing plexiglass.
Some sort of, yeah.
Yeah, door down, and it was just, oh god, that was horrible
Rough.
watching.
It's rough.
Yeah.
She just walks off. Oh, look at this cool world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one will be the wiser unless, they hit her or something.
Randomly just try to bug her and smack her.
Yeah.
With
True.
like a lead pipe and her like skin comes off. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or another scene that was pretty difficult was the mirror scene.
Yeah.
Like with all the mirrors, because they had to like do those all separately. They couldn't use real mirrors.
Right, which makes sense.
Yeah, that was.
Cause
It was just
camera.
really interesting with that.
Yeah, that's a good point because I mean, having worked on a couple student films, you have to watch like the reflections and stuff of of the camera as well as the crew that's operating the camera. So it's a little difficult. So I guess it makes sense that they would have to kind of take some extra steps to avoid that.
Yeah.
Because you want to be precise, something like that. So
I think it's also like the camera they were using too didn't make it easy. It was an anamorphic, I believe.
Anamorphic.
Yeah.
Lens. Okay.
Which like makes the edges kind of hazy.
Yeah.
At least that's what they said. I don't.
Yeah.
I'd have to do more research.
I haven't really worked with anamorphic lenses or anything like that either, so I don't really think I can offer too much expertise on it. But yeah, so those are kind of the difficult things. What was I guess your favorite part of the film, I guess? Whether visually, whether it's in the story, whatever. I guess what was kind of your favorite sort of thing about Ex Machina?
Let's see. Well, I'm a sucker for shots that look so straight and like even.
Yeah.
So like the house, I just thought was so beautiful. And so some of the shots were like really framed nicely, and I always love those kind of shots.
Yeah, they're very satisfying to the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
How about you?
For me, it was the color. Actually, I think was just really interesting the color choices they made for it, especially with like for example in like the little sessions that Caleb would do with Ava, when they're trying to figure out the little Turing test or whatever that they were doing, and the lighting choices and everything, as well as the color stuff they did to kind of make it look a certain way was pretty cool. Because it's going to be sci-fi, so that's to be expected. But it was still really cool to watch. I think that I do agree about some of those framing choices were pretty nice too. What was weird? I think the weirdest part for me was when the two AIs stabbed Nathan, and then like he like hits I think her name was Kyoko, I believe, like in like the mouth or whatever, and just like her mouth her chin and like jaw partially like gets
Oh
ripped off, and
yeah.
it's just like
Yeah.
wiring and stuff, and it's just like I don't really know what to
And I was kind
think
of
of
surprised
that.
that she like instantly died from that.
Yeah,
That was a little
it's like
odd.
all right, yeah,
I don't know.
but yeah,
Okay.
and
Uh.
I kind of was like I was thinking about I kind of expected that Kyoko was an AI too,
Mhm.
because he talked about different models of Ava, and so it made sense that there could be easily be someone there that was not human but like an AI,
Mhm.
and because he wouldn't trust really just anybody with this project either because seemed pretty secluded. So I kind of predicted that she would probably be some sort of AI or at least half robot or something. So
Yeah.
that
Have you
made
seen
sense.
the film before?
I had not before I watched it for the first
You
time.
haven't.
No,
Huh. I
actually,
you
I always had wanted to watch it because I remember commercials coming up for it back when it was first premiering, but I never did.
Yeah.
I never took the time to go see it.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
yeah, it
I
was
know.
interesting.
I actually forgot that Kyoko was AI.
Wasn't AI? Yeah.
Yeah, I completely
Well,
forgot that.
well, it's. I guess movies have kind of been ruined for me in that sense sometimes because shout out to my dad here. Uh, my dad always he's a sucker for movies, and he always has. He's been watching them since he was little, obviously, and he's kind of taught himself to predict certain cliches sometimes,
Mhm.
and so and even sometimes when it's not going to be a cliche, he's still kind of like not trusting everything and just thinking this could still happen or this could happen, this twist could be interesting, and so as a result, I kind of learned to expect those and to anticipate those too. Especially since I'm, like I said, I'm in film school, so like learning how to make them, you kind of learn to see how someone might take it. So yeah, that kind of helps a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
I definitely will watch a lot of movies and know almost exactly what comes next. Like I've
Exactly.
never sometimes I'll even say the line
Right.
before the character does.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because like it's so easy to,
Mhm.
especially if you watch so many movies, and
Yeah.
even from like a technical standpoint too, sometimes you can kind of tell, like for example, if you look at the framing, like if a character is really imposing or something, they'll clear something's gonna happen. You can kind of tell based off visual clues too, which is kind of interesting.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sometimes even if you've never seen it before, which I think
Yeah.
is really really cool and fascinating. So yeah,
Mhm.
trying to think if there's anything else that stuck out to me because I don't know. Was there anything else that you kind of thought, hey, this would be interesting to talk about?
Um, not that I can think of.
Okay,
No. I mean,
cool.
if you have anything else, you can.
Okay. I don't really. Did you have anything else you want? No, I'm kidding. Just go back and forth for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what we're good at.
yeah, man. Yeah, we're good. Oh, do you think because obviously Nathan was brought Caleb out there for a specific purpose, and he was kind of trying to he had a plan from the beginning. He mentioned like having like updating to a newer model. Do you think he? I mean, because obviously the AI, I guess technically passed the test in the end. Um, with appearing human. But do you think that Ava would have kind of been his final model, or do you think he actually was planning on sort of transitioning to a newer model after Ava? Because like clearly he wanted to. Part of it was trying to get Caleb to sort of attach with this AI, just make it seem like it was human. So I guess
Yeah.
what do you think of that? Because I mean I feel like yeah he probably would have at least built a newer model with pretty much
Yeah.
just the same sort of technology.
I would agree. Something I don't know. Like it didn't stick out to me, but the fact that he did mention that he was not hiding that she was a robot
Hmm.
or AI or whatever. Um like he didn't put the skin on her or whatever like he
Yeah,
did with the other ones.
exactly.
He did it so to kind of prove that like if you're feeling like emotions, feeling something from this AI, then that kind of proves it in itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think to answer your question, yeah, I think he probably would have made a new model.
Right. Yeah, because I think you mentioned that too. It's like, yeah, I mean, it would just Her memories would be gone, but like she'd pretty much be like the same software. Everything just in like a newer body, I guess, probably.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have, I think, one last question before we move on.
All right, I have an answer.
Do you think AI is possible?
Yeah.
Obviously, yes, it is possible considering we do
Right.
have AI, but like something of that level.
Like a perfect AI. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it's obviously I'm not a scientist, but I mean, I think it could certainly be possible. I mean, we're advancing,
Mm-hmm.
as a society in terms of technology that's accessible. Clearly, I don't think we're there yet, and I don't know whether it would actually happen, and if it does happen, when it would actually happen, and if it happens in our lifetime or not. But I don't think it isn't possible. I'd certainly say that it could happen
Mm-hmm.
at some point in the next, I don't know, maybe a few decades. Oh well, not decades, but centuries, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. What do you
Yeah.
think? Yeah. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, I think they're pretty advanced at what they have now.
Yeah.
Like not just I wouldn't consider like algorithms of like I think they do call that AI,
Yeah.
um but I think didn't they have uh I think they had AI in one of the Afghanistan or something. I thought I heard
Like a sort of
like yeah,
sentient
they had like
almost.
just a head or a body or something that talked, and it looked kind of weird, but I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly what that was about. That was a while. That was like probably a few months ago or a year ago or something.
Right.
I don't know.
So yeah, it's probably possible. Yeah, I'd say.
Hmm. Okay, moving on.
All right.
Do you have anything to talk about? Because I do, but I just don't want to jump on in. Um,
Um, just in general, just cool topics or to talk
yeah,
about. Or,
yeah, yeah,
I mean, not really. I mentioned it to you yesterday, but I saw an interesting trailer for Bombshell,
yeah.
which I thought it was interesting the way they set it up. It definitely got my interest. I have no idea really what it's about. I guess it's some sort of scandal with a news station. I think it
Yeah,
was
I did. I
CNN.
did a little. I did a little research.
Yeah, was it CNN
Well, it was Fox. It was
or
Fox
Fox? It was
News.
Fox. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I don't really know what the scandal was, but I'm interested to know now because it was. I thought they were very clever with how they went about making the commercial for it. So
Mhm.
or the trailer.
How did you hear about it? Because it was just kind of like an all of a sudden thing, or were you just like
Um,
looking through
well, I was
something?
yeah, I think I was just I might have been just scrolling through like social media. It might have been like Instagram or Facebook or something. I just saw a trailer for it, and I was
Hmm.
like, "This looks interesting." Because I think the first thing was like the music that they chose for it, like
Yeah.
that kind of like eerie sort of
It
almost. I
felt
guess
kind
yeah.
of like a spy thriller is what I was getting
It,
from it in the
it's
beginning.
it's suspenseful. It was very suspenseful. Yeah,
Yeah.
like kind of what's gonna happen next sort of thing. Yeah, because um, yeah, and it's got decent actresses.
Hmm.
So
Oh yeah.
some good names. You got Nicole Kidman, Margot Robbie. What was the third one? Uh,
Charlize Theron.
Charlize
Theron.
Theron.
Theron. The
Yeah,
Ronnie.
Theron. Yeah, Taheran. Yeah, and yeah, I can't. I think I might, depending on the next trailers that they show. If I learn more about it, I might go see it.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely interesting. I'm probably seeing less movies in theaters now just because I don't have the
Yeah.
AMC Stubs thing anymore, but
Oh, okay.
just to, save
That's
money.
okay because you're an AMC stud.
Thanks, dude.
I'm gonna go kill myself. No, I'm kidding. No, for real though. Yeah. What kind of stuff did you have to talk about?
Okay, well, I know part of the problem that I was having with the fact that okay, Henry, listen,
Okay.
listen to me, okay?
Okay.
Shut the
Okay.
fuck up for like 1 second, Jesus.
I can't. I'm literally allergic to
Okay.
shutting up.
um,
What you got? What you got?
to start off, So I'm planning on changing the release date for these episodes. As you can
Okay.
probably tell, since this episode is going to be released on Monday, so
Yep.
literally 4 days after the first episode comes out, it'll be, it's a little weird, but just to,
So
correct
are we
it,
though.
yeah. Um, so a week ago, so last Friday, which will be the 16th, which is when we recorded the first episode.
Hmm.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Why did I? No, that was when the trailer came out. I'm sorry.
It's
No,
okay.
I don't know. It doesn't matter when we recorded it.
Yes.
Either way, when the trailer came out, I was in. I was okay. I live in Michigan. I live in Michigan, and we went. My wife and I.
Miles,
Surprise!
don't tell people where we live,
I don't
okay?
care about
Because they'll hunt
you.
us down.
Yeah. Um. Surprise! If you don't know, I'm actually a married man.
Not to me though. That
What?
was not to me though, right?
What? I thought
What?
you. But you said no.
Nah,
No.
but yeah, he's.
I'm married to my wife.
Yep.
My wife.
Yeah,
Um,
wife.
my wife. And we went downstate to go see Hootie and the Blowfish in concert.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah. I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. The headliner or the opening act was Bare Naked Ladies.
Hmm.
They were probably the best part about the whole thing. They
Yeah.
were pretty good. We did get there pretty late though.
Like they'd already
Um,
started.
yeah. The Bare Naked Ladies had already started, and it was a packed theater.
Yeah.
It was like an open space kind of theater, so there were seats down below, but we were given free tickets to go see it. And it was like, we had grass seats, lawn seats,
Right. Yeah.
So we were like all the way in the back. We like midway through the concert, probably closer to the end, someone left, and we were like, okay, let's just sit there.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to mention we went to a nice little restaurant in where the Detroit, I guess, that area.
Hmm.
A restaurant called the Pho Pot. You know what pho is, or pho? Pho?
Isn't that like a swear word?
No, no.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know.
It's pretty much like broth with noodles. It's an Asian, I believe Japanese dish.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably wrong, but it was pretty good. I know I've just got so much news coming out of my ears. But I also just became a vegetarian.
Really?
Yeah, ovo-lacto vegetarian, but
Nice.
yeah. Um, so I had their vegetarian pho, and it was pretty good. They had tofu and stuff and whatnot.
Why'd you decide to become a vegetarian? Was it just like you're just like I'm just gonna try this?
Well, yeah, two different reasons. One, I watched this video on YouTube. It's called the channel is called Kurzgats something.
Krasinski? John Krasinski?
No.
Oh.
Kurzgats. It's
Akira
pretty much
Kurosawa?
no. It's like a science channel. I'll link it in the description if people want to watch it. But it's a science channel, and they talk about really interesting stuff. And the video I watched was is meat or meat the why meat is like a good bad thing. And they pretty much just explain what they do to animals
Yeah.
to make the meat. So that kind of turned me off of meat. But also I'm also looking to get healthier because I am
Right.
overweight, but I'm cool with it. So
Well,
that's why I was lying. I'm just kidding. I'm actually vegetarian. I shouldn't joke about that.
nah. But yeah, well, good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went to the zoo the next day, the Detroit Zoo, which was pretty
Yeah, I've been there once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun place
Okay.
to be.
Cool. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're gonna start this.
Hey Google, shut the fuck up.
Come on, Google. Even Google's interrupting me.
Jesus
What the
Christ.
fuck?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We're gonna start this off as a joke, but like you're just gonna like keep cutting me off. Just watch that happen. No,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I've been there a couple times as a kid. I don't really have anything else to say, so actually I don't know.
Okay.
You're probably fine to continue.
No, you're good.
Am I good?
And then on the drive home, Connor and I found a new podcast that she and I like to
Was it
listen
the
to.
Macbeef-Banquet podcast? Because that thing is terrible.
Oh, I mean, at the time there was still only the trailer out, and she didn't even watch that. So
Of course not, because you can't watch
no,
it.
you can listen.
Exactly.
Okay.
Watch with your ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The podcast we listened to is called Up and Vanished.
Up and Vanished?
It's pretty much like this filmmaker like went into like a deep dive of like missing persons cases.
What's her
and
name?
Then just it was a dude.
Oh.
Why don't it have to be a guy?
What?
Let me look up what his name is. He's stationed in Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia? Like
his
like
name
the country?
Yeah, the country. His name is Payne Lindsay.
Payne? His name is Payne.
Payne Lindsay. Yeah.
Like window pane.
Payne.
Oh. T-Pain. Okay.
T-Pain. Sure.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's cool. What did he?
Yeah.
He said he went on like a deep dive.
Yeah, he was like like found this missing persons case and then just started investigating it essentially. And he wanted to make a documentary about it, and I think he did.
What?
I don't
Do you know
know
what the case was?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm just curious.
You should be.
Oh.
Curious.
Okay. Well,
Curious, that is.
Oh snap.
Where where is it? Okay, hold on. Her name is. We haven't listened to the podcast in a week, so I'm kind of forgotten everything. Her name is Tara Grinstead. Is the missing person?
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. And then apparently, season 2, it's a different person.
Oh.
But we're not that far yet into it, so.
Me either.
So yeah, it was cool. It was a fun little trip we did.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Next time you'll have to take me with you. Not that I live in Michigan. Okay.
Not that Henry lives in
Michigan. Because I don't live there.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely don't. Oh my god, Miles, don't list my address. Come on. What are you doing? I don't know. This is why I'm not an actor.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. Good.
I'm good at acting.
Okay.
Acting out, maybe.
Making out, yeah, you're right.
Acting out.
Making out. I know from experience.
Because you would know.
Yeah. Let's see. I got some other notes here.
Okay. Do you want to read them?
No, I'll just throw them out.
Okay, sounds good.
No. Some new okay, this is again a totally different topic. There's a bunch of shows that actually came out on Netflix this month.
Oh yeah.
Well, not just shows, but like, do you know what's come out recently?
No, no. There's. I'm trying to remember. I don't really. I know they released quite a bit. Recently though. Like I finally just watched season 3 of Glow. Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, which is
Okay,
pretty good.
I don't want to talk about it. That was one of the things on my list.
Okay,
God
well,
damn it.
it's good. So we'll.
Okay, I was
I'll
gonna
watch
say that was released on the 9th of August.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's on my list of things I want to watch
Hey,
this
maybe we
month.
can talk about it in the podcast too.
Yeah, maybe because I actually do enjoy that show. It's a rather
Yeah, it's
odd
good.
show. Let's see what else. The 16th, the day we released the trailer of the Macbeef-Banquet podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
No.
It was
Yeah.
okay. The new, I don't know if you're interested in Invader Zim, but the new movie came out.
Oh, I did see that. I haven't watched it, but
I don't know if
liked it.
you ever have you watched the show?
A little bit. I've seen episodes. I didn't watch it like religiously though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sounded like you're just like so disbelieving, just like yeah, whatever.
Only cool people watch it, Henry. Come on.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And then the same day, Mindhunter season 2 came out.
Hindbunter. Yeah, I wanted to watch that.
Have you seen the first season?
No, but you recommended it to me. I remember
Yes.
that.
I definitely recommend it again. Because the
Okay,
second
well, you know
season
what?
just came out.
I'm only human.
And I haven't watched it either. So
And I crash when I break down.
And then lastly on my list here, what's getting released today, the 23rd of August, is the new season of 13 Reasons Why.
13 seasons?
13
gosh.
seasons pie.
Legitimately, though, why is there 13 seasons? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, yeah, I feel like I'm like a lot of people that watch that show where I've seen like saw the third teaser for that. Like, it looks like my first thought was like, why is this happening? Why are they making a third season? They do not need to make a third season, but I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah, it looks like they went a little bit off the rails, I guess.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
The concept was when it was the first season was obviously I think probably the strongest.
Oh yeah, because it's based on the book.
It's based off of the book, which is and it was well done. I think they did a good job with it. I think that
that's what drew people.
Season, the second season, it was it wasn't terrible, but it's just like well, how long can it go on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they kind of stuck to like a format almost.
Yeah,
which is I think is okay because that's kind of the point.
Yeah,
in a way.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, though. Like because sometimes you got to take those risks if you want it to be interesting. Because otherwise, if you play it too safe or too close to home, then it's good, but not as good as it could be.
And then the third season, it doesn't look like they may do anything relating to, listening to audio or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that was the point of the first season, and this second season was them.
Right, because that's how it was. Like they narrated.
Yeah.
That was kind of the device for that.
So it may not even. I mean, they could be interrogating people. I don't know. All I know is that someone dies. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her name is Hannah Baker.
What? Spoiler alert, dude. Dude, spoiler alert, dude.
Spoiler alert, dude. Oh, and Bryce, but nobody cares.
Fuck that guy, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I watched actually quite a bit this past week.
Yeah.
I watched Ex Machina, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also watched this one Netflix show that's been on my list for a while. It's a kids show, but it's actually a pretty good kids show. It's called Hilda.
Hilda.
Yeah. The art style is really cute and like it's like I don't know, it's pretty, it's got a big imagination, I would say.
Yeah.
It's like she lives in this world where there's a bunch of different creatures, unlike Earth. So
unlike Earth.
Yeah, it's I would say at least check out the first episode and see how you feel. Not
Okay.
just you, Henry, either. Like
Oh.
anybody, because
Okay.
it's worth a try.
Do I have to watch it?
No, Henry, you don't have to watch anything. God, fucking, I gotta get a new partner, man.
The way you said that was just so funny.
It was
No,
supposed to
Henry,
be like
you don't.
off the mic.
It sounded like, I don't know. I guess it sounded like something like really, really like basic and generic that like a basic white girl would say. I don't know why.
Like
Just like the way you said it.
the person I am.
No.
That's what I am.
Oh yeah. Just like, no, Henry, you don't have to watch it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
I also watched a movie I kind of regret watching.
Ex Machina.
No, shut
Oh.
the fuck up. God, sorry. I love
Sorry.
you.
Alright,
I know you talk about how, it's a pretty positive podcast.
we put the pause. Oh no, there's not.
The pods
We
in
put the pa
cast.
in podcast.
Yeah.
Just imagine there's a positive in there.
Yeah. But I watched a recent.
The T is kind of like a plus symbol if you think about it. So there's kind of the positive.
Oh yeah. You're right.
There we go.
I watched
And
a
being
movie.
positive is pretty important too. So
I watched a movie. I watched a movie on another movie on Netflix. I know, called Sex Tuplets
Oh yeah. Okay.
with Marlon Wayans.
Yep. I haven't watched that yet, but what do you think of it?
Um,
Without spoiling it.
I didn't really like it. Have you seen what's the
Haunted House?
No.
Oh, see that?
It's the other movie with Eddie Murphy though. Hold on. Look. Cuz I actually try to be right sometimes. Eddie Murphy. It's the movie where he plays a bunch of people. Oh, The Nutty Professor. I just remembered. It's essentially The Nutty Professor. It's The Nutty Professor. I don't even know why I called it a different title. That was just The Nutty Professor with Marlon Wayans.
Right.
So yeah, it was. I don't know. I guess if it was, I laughed. Okay, I laughed like a few times, but I wasn't overwhelmed by how. Yeah. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Watch it if you like Marlon Wayans or that kind of one person plays all the characters kind of movie.
Right. Was there anything else that you watched?
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine. Why?
Because you're very short, and you're in a different room, I think.
What?
Nothing, Henry. It's fine.
No, what do you mean? I don't get it.
I could. The sound of your voice has changed.
Oh yeah, I went through
Puberty?
Yeah, puberty.
See, I know it. I knew it. I could
A
tell.
second time, adult puberty.
Our periods were linking up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
See? Well, that's all my notes that I wrote down. That's all the things.
What about the notes that you didn't write down, Miles?
I mean, I could talk about what happened to me Wednesday.
What about us, Miles? What about all the times you said you had the answer?
What about love?
Yeah. What about love?
I don't know. What about it?
Where do we go from here? Oh, okay. Should we move on to our
What?
last?
What?
Do you want to move on to our last little segment?
Oh, sure. Let's see. What time are we at right now? Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were going to say what time. Okay. So, this next little bit is our trivia segment, which we'll do at the end of the podcast to just share some little fun facts about movies, and including the one that we watched. So, I have, I think, 7 here right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
4 of them are about Ex Machina. The others are not. 2 of the other ones are about movies, and then the last one is one about television. So,
Okay.
you ready, Miles?
What's my prize? What do I win?
If you win, then you get to spend one evening with wife.
With wife?
Your wife, yeah.
Why not yours? I want to spend.
Fine, you can spend a night with my wife. She's invisible though, and also smells like garbage. So
That's kind of rude. It's a little rude.
Yeah, well, she's non-existent, so it's
okay.
Yeah. That's the other thing, is that I'm not a married man.
Oh yeah.
To contrast, no. Okay. If you yeah. If you win, you get to spend one free night with my wife. All right. Does that sound fun?
Okay.
Cool.
That sounds fair.
You guys can do what you normally do when you're by yourself. All
right. We try not to talk about that with you, Henry, because.
Okay. You know what? I thought we were a team here, but all right. Okay. All right. Let's just do this. Okay. So first question. Is about Ex Machina. So, Ex Machina is loosely based on which play by Shakespeare?
Oh fuck. I'm only gonna say this because of the title of the podcast, but Macbeth.
Actually, you're right.
What?
No, I'm kidding. It's actually The Tempest.
God damn it, Henry.
Love you though. So, actually, yeah, the 3 main characters, Nathan, Ava, and Caleb, all correspond with people that play. Obviously, it's not about artificial intelligence. It's actually a thing about a magician. Nathan, the creator of the AI, corresponds with Prospero, who's kind of the main character, and then Ava corresponds with Miranda, who is the daughter of the magician.
Mm-hmm.
And then Caleb is Ferdinand.
And
so that's interesting.
Interesting.
If you enjoy the play. Anyways, if you enjoy reading Shakespeare. So, next one. What 3 colors are most prominently displayed throughout each scene of Mass?
Hello?
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I didn't. You kind of like. Yeah, I think so.
What 3 colors are most prominently displayed throughout each scene of the movie?
Red, white, and blue.
Close, actually. Yeah. The first and the last one are right. Actually, it's red, green, and so.
RGB.
RGB represents the color model. Used to display images in computer systems, and of course, Ava is technically a computer, so it kind of accentuated that. I thought it's kind of why I mentioned the color stuff. Because that was pretty cool, and interesting. I thought. Yeah. Especially the more that you actually do in, like, for example, or editing, and you do like color balancing stuff, you kind of mess with those 3, and so it was interesting to. I thought that was an interesting fact. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now we're going into TV for a second. What year did the animated series The Flintstones first air?
I'm gonna go with 1969, dude.
Good guess. You're in the right decade, but opposite end of the spectrum. So the answer is September 30th, 1960. And actually, believe it or not, Fred Flintstone first appeared in an unaired pilot a year earlier, which is called The Flagstones. But then, obviously, like I said, that never got to air. Because they changed it to The Flintstones.
Interesting.
So, next one. Director Alex Garland, director of Ex Machina, is a fan of this 1979 Francis Ford Coppola film.
Oh, I can't remember any of his movies.
His work. The Godfather, man? No, it's not The Godfather, but although that is pretty famous. The answer is Apocalypse Now. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. It's on my list.
Yeah. I guess the guy that they're trying to find in the film is Walter E. Kurtz. He was a former colonel in the U.S. military during Vietnam, basically. And that's what the movie is based on. And he's played by Marlon Brando. And there's, I guess, Alex wanted to draw similar ties between him and Nathan, because both of them seclude themselves in like this wildlife, and then both of them sort of have like a little bit of a god complex at times, or seem like it. So there's kind of some interesting parallels between them, which I thought was pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get the last Ex Machina one, I guess. So the movie takes place in Alaska, but do you know where the outdoor scenes were actually shot?
No, I don't.
So
you were asking me like a regular question.
What it was they were shot in Norway.
Norway?
Actually. Yeah, of all places.
No way.
Yeah. Norway.
Get it?
I get it. I thought it was
okay, good.
Let's see. Have you seen the movie Army of Darkness?
Dude, that's like my life.
Yeah. Look at this one then.
Go ahead.
What does Ash refer to his shotgun as in the film Army of Darkness?
Boomstick.
His boomstick, that's right.
Yeah. I know that one. I think
that's the only one. This is my boomstick.
Yeah. I think that was like the only one I got right.
Yeah, I think this is a little too hard. I mean, I'll give you like half credit for the color one because you got both.
Yeah, half credit. So I
don't. 3/4.
Yeah, is that all the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I didn't.
Okay, like I said, she's non-existent. That's too much.
What?
Like I said, my wife is non-existent. Won't be missing much, but that's okay.
Okay.
I'll just like draw like a picture. It's like, here you go. This is my wife.
If you send me a drawing of your wife, I'll put it in the YouTube version of the podcast.
Oh, that'd be funny. I'll do that. It'll just be like a stick figure with like these crappy ass like hair like or something.
Oh yeah, I'll put it in. I'll do it. I'll do the whole shebang if you want.
I'll just like give you like a picture, and then like I'll show up at your house, and like the picture will be like on the table with like an alcohol bottle next to it, or something. I'll just be like, "What did you?" No. Yeah, that's all I had for trivia.
Okay, that was good. That was a good test.
I actually have a request for you.
Request? Yeah.
Can we call this segment Act Trivia?
Act Trivia?
Yeah.
In the future, yeah, we
maybe
can.
We can get sponsors too.
Mm-hmm.
But we can get sponsored by Activia.
Activia.
Yeah, because I could. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got it. You've made that joke before, Henry.
Yeah, but not on the podcast.
True, not on the podcast.
Not on the air.
Okay.
Was there anything else?
I don't think so. Is there something else I should be doing?
No, I think that's pretty much everything.
Okay.
Anyway.
I guess we won't be watching a movie next week. I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing you.
The sad thing is I actually believed you for a second. I was like, why?
No. Okay, so the movie we will be watching for the next episode is going to be, drumroll please. God, it's so fucking loud. Jesus. To stay away from Netflix for a little bit, because we've got a lot of stuff to watch on there. We're gonna be watching the film Drive on Crackle.
Drive. Interesting movie.
Have you seen it?
I have.
Okay, I have not, so it's gonna be the first time I've ever watched it.
Awesome.
It's with Ryan Gosling,
Mm-hmm.
and to watch it, just go to Crackle. It's free. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, 2011. That's when the film was
Mm-hmm. The
made.
funny thing about that is I always, so back in high school we would use Google Drive, and like whenever I would type Drive into like the search bar, that's like the first thing that would pop up is that movie.
I literally just typed in Drive, and the opposite happened.
Really, like Google Drive
Yeah,
came up.
yeah. That's the only thing that came up.
Go figure.
Um. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be the movie that we're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think that's it for the podcast.
Cool.
Let's see. Is there anything else you want to add?
If you ever eat a bag of Sun Chips, don't forget to wear sunscreen. That's
Okay,
all.
cool. Okay, cool. No, you're good.
Thanks.
We'll end it there.
I'll end it there.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay.
Sorry, what are you asking?
Hey Google, shut the fuck up.